I think habit.
No, go ahead, please.
Habit. We can use to some habit, like desire habit, eating habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit. I know it's a habit. It still remains.
It's still what?
Remain.
Oh, yeah, right.
Even though I know that is not right. This is not right, I know. But still it's a habit. It remains. I can't get rid of it. So maybe in the future, someday, can I get rid of all this ugly habit?
Then you wouldn't be alive. Yeah, you want to let go. The words are kind of confusing. Any words that you use to teach are wrong, right? In fact, in the Diamond Sutra, the Buddha says, in my whole life, I didn't teach anything. What? The Buddha didn't teach? What is that? What does that mean? It doesn't mean he wasn't blah, 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 blah all the time from the looks of it. But it's not, the teaching isn't actually explaining anything to you. The way I think of it is it's pointing. So the words you use to describe what's going on, people will get attached to those words, right? So, what did you just say? I still am attached to my thinking, right? Your thinking habit, right? Yeah. So everybody here has a thought habit, right? And they're different because his thought habits tend to kind of be Korean. Your thought habits kind of tend to be Jewish or Israeli, maybe, or New Jersey. My thought habits tend to be like somewhere out on the plains, with the buffaloes and the Indians running around. That's my kind of karma. So everybody has that, right? So actually in Buddhism, what you want to do is find out how to use your karma to help the world. It's not about getting rid of it. In other words, it's about letting go of it so you can use it. In fact, if you try to get rid of it, that is a form of attachment, right? So trying to get rid of any kind of negative thing that you have, that's I want to get rid of it habit. And anything that you want is I want it habit. And those two are always switching around, but they come from habit. So you want to figure out how to use those habits to help yourself and other people, because you are one of those infinite number of beings who's suffering. So that's the idea. People will get attached to the words. Any word will get attached to it. But that's why the Buddha said, in my whole life, I didn't say anything. I didn't teach anything. Even in our school, we say, open your mouth is already a mistake. Well, why is it a mistake to open your mouth? Well, that's because somebody will interpret what you're saying as an explanation and think they understand something. Happens all the time. Even happens to yourself. You'll even accept your own explanations, which is really stupid, but people do it. So you have to let go of all, I like the word let go. That's pretty good. It's kind of like pushing a boat off from the shore or something. So that's kind of what you're doing. So like somebody like me, I'm supposedly a teacher, but there are no teachers of Zen. That's why we use kongans and stuff. Because there is no job for the teacher because there's nothing to teach and there's nothing to explain. So I have to sit up here, I got at least another 40 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Then how do you feel? Well, you heard it talk. And you may have liked part of it and you didn't like another part of it. The teacher is a creep or the teacher is a wonderful person, right? So your mind is doing that all the time. Just don't attach to any of it. Then you get it, whatever get it means. Get it means wake up just now. It's always that situation. There's one thing you can count on, right? Till you die, anyway. Okay? So don't fight with your thing. Just let your thinking be. Thinking is just a natural event. It's based on cause and effect.
So when you say this sentence to me, you said to me, this is not fighting. You said to me when I do meditation and ask a question about it, and you said to me, this is not fighting.
Right.
That word, it's so powerful. So whenever I sit in meditation, it keeps coming up. This is not fighting.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's
that's
very
fine.
lovely word. It's very powerful word.
Yeah. Most people, they think meditation techniques are weapons. Or they might even think they're tools. It's not. It's just letting go and coming back to just now. That's all. Because it's always just now, right? Like he said, the past is what? History. The past is history. The future is a mystery, that's for sure. And then here we are. And this is it. So you really don't have to do anything, Actually, meditation is probably the easiest thing there is. Everybody thinks it's hard. So there you are. One thing that always attracted me to Zen is Zen uses this Taoist concept of a koan. So one thing that's interesting about that, you probably notice that every time you try to figure out a koan, it doesn't work, right? So you're doing your usual, okay, I'm a tough person. I'm gonna really kill this one, boy. And the more you think like that, the further away you get. So it has this kind of interesting upside down lesson. And it just engages you with your intuitive mind rather than your I want something, I don't want something mind. So the history, you could like that history or not like that history, right? And the mystery, whatever you think the mystery is, you could like that mystery or not like that mystery, right? Like, what's really going to happen when we go to my mother-in-law's on Christmas, on Buddha's birthday, on Chinese New Year's to eat? What's really going to happen? Okay, so you could think that's either good or bad, right? So that's good and bad mystery. And then you're just left with this. And this is all there is. Actually, there is no past and there is no future. Right, that's what I always say. Okay, give me 1 second of the past. You can't do it. I was reading these physicists, like a Nobel Prize winning physicist is a woman. I forget what her name is. But she's investigating holes in time or something. She just talked on and on. Oh, she has a Nobel Prize in physics, so she knows what she's talking about. I couldn't figure out what it was. And neither could she, because she couldn't say what it was. So, when you look at the whole universe, they kind of know what something like 94% of it is, they know what 6% of it is, and they don't even have the slightest idea. They call it dark energy and dark matter for the other 96%, and they don't even know what that is. Although they call it something, so, you kind of get the feeling, oh, wait, there's something there, You don't know if there's anything there or not, and neither do they. Interesting. So that's our good friends, dark matter and dark energy. Got a headache yet? Yeah. That's why we come and practice. Because even if you're the most clever person in the world, that doesn't mean you're not suffering. Or the stupidest person in the world. In fact, you might be better off being the stupidest person in the world. It's my theory of life.